reacting to The Toxic Life of a Full-Time Streamer by Patrick CC. Shout out to the man's Patrick CC. Watch his videos from time to time. Great content creator. So today I'm watching him do The Toxic Life of a Full-Time Streamer. Please show like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Roll 200 subscribers. Let's get into it. Y'all know I'm not a streamer. Y'all know that. We know that. I'm not a streamer. But someday I want to get into streaming. But I am. My goal right now, first before I become a streamer, is to become a full-time YouTuber. So maybe some of the toxic side of being a streamer, maybe some of that will apply to YouTube as well. So,
chat was being toxic towards Toast.
And 12-year-old little army of toxic losers.
Literally stop.
Los.
You ruined the chat, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, Mr. Los here. I'm not gonna lie. His chat though, his chat is what makes his streams entertaining a lot of times. But at the same time, it does get annoying when it's time for chat to try to be funny. They're corny. But when they don't have to be funny, that's when they're like, I was watching, he was trying to do a try not to laugh on stream, like compilations of videos put together by his sub, like his community. Trash, by the way. It's like he was sitting there like, come on, what? And he was thinking, you could tell by the look on his face, he was thinking the same thing. When it's time for y'all to be funny, y'all don't want to be funny. But when I'm watching a video, y'all try to find a way to troll me.
Chat, bro. Put your account on privacy because it's about to get toxic.
I'm not gonna lie.
Live streaming has always had a culture of toxicity, whether it's coming from the streamer.
Suck my, you ugly ass bitch.
Wait.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. You're so stupid. Fuck you, dude.
Or the audience.
Speed's chat. Oh,
Die!
Love you, Speed.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all think Speed rages be real? Cause to me, I feel like a lot of times he's not really angry or either most streamers in general, like even me reacting. Well, obviously I'm not pausing and talking when there's nobody there to talk to, but it's a reaction, so I'm gonna do that. But y'all think Speed is naturally like this? Because he do be acting weird a little sometimes.
Die! My God, I'm about to kill my fucking self. My goodness, bro. Oh God, I'm about to go insane on my mama, bro. Oh God, I'm about to go insane. Just everybody shut up.
Twitch, being the largest platform for live streaming, grew 83% in 2020 because of everyone stuck at home. Other live streaming platforms had big growth during this time as well. And a number of streamers have become millionaires during this time. But in order to make those millions, there's a bit of a sacrifice they have to make. My name is Patrick CC. Make sure you're drinking water while you're watching this video. In 2021, Aiden Ross and iShowSpeed became two of the biggest streamers on the internet. By the way, Speed streams on YouTube. Both streamers have somewhat similar styles, being an average guy streaming and chatting to their audience in their bedroom, while occasionally playing video games.
Speed and Aiden who they are. Like, before Speed and Aiden really grew, you had to kind of be like most of the big streamers before them, not just Twitch, mainly Twitch, but on Twitch, but YouTube as well. You had to be like a geek. You had to have this geeky like persona to you. Even if you wasn't a geek in real life, you had to have this geeky persona to you. So now it's like Speed and Aiden, they kind of paved the way for like you to show people like you don't have to be a geek to blow up.
Or reacting to other content. Also, a big part of Aiden, Speed, and many other streamers' content is reading TTS messages. TTS stands for text-to-speech, and it's when viewers can pay a certain amount of money and a robot voice will read their message they type to the streamer and to the audience. So what's all the hype about? Well, things can get out of control pretty quickly.
There's no way.
Okay, so maybe right off the bat you're thinking this is fake, like they're playing some sort of character.
And
I might agree with you, but honestly, I don't know. Because a lot of the times it seems like these creators are being controlled by their chat.
Why am I not loved by my own chat, bro? It just makes me like not want to fucking stream.
Aiden says this like every other week though, so I don't know.
But it can get even
I
worse.
wanted to say you're a really inspirational guy, and I look up to all. Just playing you, bald-headed midget fuck.
Stop calling me that!
You would imagine that most of the people watching these streamers are fans. So why would they do this to someone that they like? Well, simply because it gets a reaction, whether it's from the creator or other people in the chat. Kind of like that kid who was in your class and would always talk back to the teacher and say rude things, and 3 people would laugh, but everyone else thinks this kid is so fucking annoying. Thousands of those kids are in live stream chats. But it seems like these streamers want that toxicity in their chats. Take this streamer by the name of Deller, for example.
What you
He will
mean they
stream for
want that?
hours and leave the text-to-speech on, knowing damn well the messages are going to be extremely toxic, racist, and
But
out
I
of
mean, you
control.
gotta pay to get you gotta pay to get your voice heard. So it's like you don't want to be that rude person that don't acknowledge your donations. So I feel like that's why most streamers keep it on for real. I don't know.
Times I put Cheeto dust on my fucking grandma. It's because she
Dude,
loves Cheetos.
mods.
My stepsister has such a tight little.
This is unfiltered, unmodded harassment, and it can be prevented to some degree. Specific words or sayings can be banned from people being able to type them. Now I know you get it, you cannot control what other people say and do. There are thousands of commenters partaking in this toxic behavior. If you sat there and tried to ban everyone, you'd lose all your viewers. However, it seems like these streamers are willing to put up with this because 1, it's making them money.
Yeah,
and
because
2, people
at
are
the
sharing.
end of the day, you don't realize this. People are paying to troll you. So at the end of the day, if I'm being paid to be trolled, who's really winning in the situation?
It on social media, which is making them more poppin', driving viewers up, and ultimately making them more money. So Aiden, Speed, and other streamers have allowed the chat to make fun of them and bully them, whether it's through the chat or through TTS, because whether you love them or actually don't like them, it's always funny to see someone freak out through a computer screen.
Yeah, I'm not paying somebody I dislike to talk to them though.
That is
So
Speed
that's just
barking
me.
when he gets angry. And it's not just these two. Pretty much all live streamers have to deal with keyboard warriors to some degree. It just depends on how you handle it. Some people handle it in a very pleasant and respectable way.
Is chat being toxic towards my friends that I choose to play with? Over a video game?
But the fact is, guys, me and my friends are playing, so I just ask that you guys respect how we want to play.
Now, when you handle it in the nice way, that's not fun to watch. I mean, come on, nobody wants to be taught a lesson. It's like I'm listening to my friend's mom discipline me, and I don't want to hear that shit. But when you get angry and start screaming, yeah, that's the good stuff.
I don't care! Go, man! I don't care, dude! You ruined my life!
Consistently raging is obviously going to encourage people to push the streamer's limits and try to get them to freak out. Anyone can notice that. So it seems like many streamers allow this to happen because it makes their community happy. Yeah, their suffering makes other people happy. Now remember, for the most part, chat will copy the behavior of the streamer.
Who's that?
These nuts in your mouth.
Hey.
Shut the fuck up. Shut your ass up.
So if Speed does this to other people, the chat will inevitably do it back to him. The only problem is, he might not be in the mood for that.
Don't be saying shit. Don't be saying shit. Don't be saying shit.
It's kind of like Speed and many other streamers are okay with toxicity as long as it's when they decide.
Every single one of you, even the one that people that tweet at me and say Ratio and Soft and Eldon and fucking all this shit, I pray that you guys experience what I experienced, bro.
But when the chat tries to control what the streamer does, that's when they freak out. I guess the only real way to combat this is to just set the precedent that you aren't taking any shit from the chat. Like from day one, you have to be kind of like the dictator. I'm doing what I want, and if you don't like it, then leave. But that doesn't make for a strong community.
I mean, I feel like, who does a good job of that I watch? I feel like Your Rage does a great job of doing that. Because, for example, the whole Nick Briz thing, when that happened, the chat was spamming L for the first 2 to 6 minutes of the video. But once they saw Rage wasn't going to click off the video because they were saying L, it kind of like back to usual. You know? Like, I feel like Rage audience does that. Like, Aiden, on the other hand, is somebody who his chat dictates to him. Like, they could say this video is trash. He's gonna click off. He did that with AMP before. You know, AMP is like the littest group on YouTube, and it's like, it was frustrating. Like, how can y'all say this is bad? But I guess because it's a long video, and a long video requires more of your attention.
Communities are about sharing and working together and collaboration. So when you build a toxic community and they want you to bully someone on the internet today, but you don't want to, now you're the one that's gonna get bullied because they need to let off some steam. Then again, you could argue that these freakouts aren't even real. Maybe some streamers actually don't care. They just have rage moments because the viewers like it. And the chat thinks they have the control.
That's a good point right there.
Don't care.
I feel that like most of the streamers that be raging and yelling, they don't care. It's just entertainment to them. When they get off stream, they not about to lose no sleep at night over the loss or over chat being toxic. They're not gonna lose no sleep at night. They just giving the people what they want because they know the people want to see the rage moments, and some people go, especially with the rise of plug channels, they're gonna clip the rage moments, upload the rage moments, and then boom, more traction your way.
They just have rage moments because the viewers like it. And the chat thinks they have the control, but it's really the streamer who's giving them what they want, making the streamer in control the whole time, which would be even more of a 600 IQ growth strategy. Also, let me make this clear because it isn't obvious. There's a difference between viewers and chat. As a streamer myself, I know that about 70 to 80% of the people watching are not typing in the chat. The overwhelming majority know that about 70 to 80% of the people watching are not typing in the chat.
He brought up a good point. Like, half of your chat's not even gonna be typing for like, even if your chat is moving like fast, half the people is not typing. Like, a lot of he said 80% of the people are just watching. I'd say yeah, I agree with that. Around 80%, that 80% range is just there. The 20% is the vocal minority, but
overwhelming majority of the people who watch streamers don't participate in chat. I'd be willing to bet that most viewers also get really mad when their favorite streamer is being controlled or freaking out at the keyboard warriors. That's like if you're watching a movie and one guy won't stop talking, so the manager comes in and stops the whole movie just to deal with that one person. Alright, it's a little different, but you get what I'm saying there. Because the streamer doesn't know how the viewers are feeling. They can only gauge it based on what they read in the comments. So if they see a wall of L's, that's only 15% of the people. Maybe the rest of the people actually like what they're doing. But these things start to weigh heavily on a streamer. Aiden is a great example of a person who openly welcomed the toxicity from the chat because of the financial gain and popularity it brought him. I think he actually liked being the butt of the joke while he was rising to the star he is now. When he was hanging out with rappers, he allowed them to kind of pick on him, and in a charismatic way, he shrugged it off. But when he did this live stream with Blueface, it went a little too far. Even DDG had to tell him,
you didn't help me out.
I'm not supposed to help you.
Why?
You're a grown ass man. You wasn't even you was not existing in your stream.
You gotta stand up for yourself. He can't be there with you all the time.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You gotta be a man, like.
But that stream went mega viral. It was on every rap media outlet, all over TikTok and YouTube. It arguably got him to Rolling Loud and in various Lyrical Lemonade music videos. I mean, just a little bit of bullying ultimately allowed him to shine brighter than ever. But again, this takes a toll on you. Now we see a more real side of him. There's only so much you can deal with before you need to take a break. It doesn't matter how much money you're making. He's talked about quitting streaming multiple times, and I'm not sure if this is clickbait or not. And it seems like every other week people push IShowSpeed to his...
It was more so him saying he's burnt out. Like, he was saying about how the chat is always, you fell off to him. And it's like, because he went from 100K to 20K. And like, but more streamers got into his ear like, bro, you're still pulling 20K. Most partner streamers are not pulling 20K. To a lot of them, 1K would be considered a good stream. Which, heck, if I got on stream right now, 5 views would be good enough for me, and I'd be satisfied. But like, I can't imagine what Aiden is going through, and like, I think part of it is him not realizing what the people was there for. Like, most of them was there to see the next up and coming rapper. They wasn't. I won't say they wasn't there for him. They were there to see how he was gonna be, but there was more so there for the rapper, more so than
limits, which end up with him crying on stream or crying in a video, shaking out of pure frustration and anger over the way his chat treats him. Unfortunately for Speed, this won't stop happening unless he stops encouraging that behavior and also partaking in that behavior. I mean, at some point you gotta say enough is enough. Almost all streamers do have that breaking point, the point where they cannot allow this negativity or toxicity to control them anymore. Most of the time their viewership drops when they either take a break or make it obvious they won't be dealing with it anymore. It's not like they fall off or lose all their viewers. They still have a huge fan base. That strong core fan base has already been built, and the monetary benefits from that is still fruitful, which makes it seem like encouraging toxic behavior, allowing yourself to get bullied, freaking out and raging often, and getting pushed to your limits while your sanity is almost completely lost is the ultimate live streamer marketing strategy. Then when you wheel it back, mature a bit I guess, and make it very obvious that you aren't allowing the chat to be toxic anymore, all of these keyboard demons go away because they can't control you anymore. And you end up with a very stable, consistent, positive community that wants to see you happy and successful. A large enough community to live off of and have a stable live streaming career. Either that or live streaming will just actually make you go insane. You let me know what you think. The official Patrick CC water bottle is now available.
Pat, dope video, but I will say this. The one thing I disagree with you on and throughout this whole video, when you were saying that the streamer makes the chat, I feel like once you get to a certain point, no matter how big you are, the toxicity is gonna come, no matter how big that you are. Because I don't really remember Los ever really being a toxic streamer, but his chat, like I say, it makes it entertaining, don't get me wrong, but I feel like I kind of disagree on that part. But other than that, the video was great. The link to the original video will be in the description. Please show a like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Road 200 subscribers, and I'm out. Peace.